Good evening viewers, welcome to Power Sector News. Today's headlines. Update on 12,000 megawatt CPSU Phase 2 for solar project scheme. Ministry of Power proposes to revamp the renewable energy certificate mechanism. Country's first e-vehicles only area to be developed in Kevadia of Gujarat. Powering rural micro entrepreneurship with reliable energy access. Bengaluru Airport achieves net energy neutral status. CESL signs pacts with Ladakh and Meghalaya. Coming to the details. Indian Renewable Energy Development Agency has extended the bid submission date to 15th June for implementation of Central Public Sector Undertaking Scheme Phase 2 for setting up of 12,000 megawatt grid connected solar projects with viability gap funding. Under the scheme, the power produced by the government producers can be used on payment of mutually agreed usage charges of not more than rupees 2 rupees 45 paisa per unit for self-use or used by government or government entities either directly or through discoms. The maximum permissible VGF is 55 lakh rupees per megawatt. The actual VGF to the government producer will be decided through bidding process using the VGF amount as a bid parameter to select the project developer. The maximum permissible VGF amount will be reviewed from time to time by MNRE and will be reduced if the cost differences come down. As a part of central government's target to achieve a cumulative capacity of 100 gigawatt solar PV installation by the year 2022, IREDA had invited proposals on 29 January 2021 for setting up of grid including mini and microgrid connected solar PV projects anywhere in the country. This is to be done on build own operate basis for an aggregate capacity of 5000 megawatt under phase 2. Ministry of Power has circulated a discussion paper on redesigning the renewable energy certificate mechanism for comments of stakeholders in power sector. Discussion paper on requirement of redesigning the REC mechanism has been prepared in order to align it with emerging challenges in power scenario and to promote new renewable technology. Salient features of changes proposed in the REC mechanism are: the validity of REC would be perpetual, that is till it is sold. As RECs are perpetually valid, then the floor and forbearance prices are not required to be specified, as RECs holders would have the complete freedom to decide the timings to sell. CERC will be required to have monitoring and the surveillance mechanism to ensure that there is no hoarding of the RECs and creation of artificial price in the REC market. The RE generator who are eligible for REC will be eligible for issuance of RECs for the 15 years from the date of commissioning of the projects. The existing RE projects that are eligible for REC would continue to get RECs for 25 years. A technology multiplier can be introduced for promotion of new and high priced RE technologies, which can be allocated in various baskets specific to technologies depending on maturity. The multiplier would also take care of vintage depending on the date of commissioning of the project. Any renewable technologies which need to be promoted may be identified say 2 years in advance. For such RE projects, at least 15 years policy visibility would be provided to attract the investments and promotion of such technologies in the renewable energy. Incentivizing obligated entities for procurement of RE power beyond RPO. The role of trader can be enhanced in the REC trading, which will bring in two key advantages. That is, it will give long-term visibility to the buyers of the REC and they can easily fulfill the RPO. Further, the small buyers can bank on the traders for buying REC as an ease of purchase. This will ensure even the small buyers who finds difficulty in trading in REC market will be able to fulfill the RPO. The statue of Unity Area Development and Tourism Governance Authority said it will develop the country's first electric vehicles only area in Gujarat's Kevadia. The authority said that the area surrounding the 182-meter tall Statue of Unity in Kevadia in Gujarat's tribal dominated Narmada district will be converted into electric vehicles only area in the phased manner. Off-grid clean energy access has vast potential to create a flourishing microcosm for sustainable development in India. For a country with 70% of its population living in rural areas, micro-entrepreneurship development will essentially help it realize its full economic potential. What's encouraging is that the unserved rural areas have taken a leap of faith in off-grid energy solutions. Awareness about solar lanterns, solar home systems, and decentralized renewable energy is rising in the regions that face economic challenges due to disruption in access to grid electricity. The additional benefit is that the off-grid power has a shorter cycle time to set up accessibility and recover the cost. Non-grid electricity is also considered flexible and resilient as it can offer seamless quality power to the consumers as per their evolving energy requirement in the catchment area. According to the 73rd round of National Sample Survey, there are 3.2 crore micro entrepreneurs in rural India. However, the lack of infrastructure and financial support is seen as hindrance in their robust development. Reliable energy access encourages micro enterprises to opt for off-grid resources like micro or mini grids. Despite the higher cost of electricity versus centralized grid electricity, these micro entrepreneurs choose service reliability and customer satisfaction over the perception of affordability. Last year, a study that involved 10,000 rural households and 2,000 rural enterprises across Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Odisha, and Rajasthan highlighted that over 80% of mini grid users expressed satisfaction with their connection despite citing affordability challenges. Bengaluru International Airport Limited has announced that it has achieved net energy neutral status in the financial year 2020-21. As an outcome of energy conservation, Bengaluru Airport has been able to save nearly 22 lakh units of energy in the financial year 2020-21, enough to power nearly 9,000 houses for a month. Bengaluru Airport saved nearly 5 lakh units from lighting and has implemented chiller plant operations in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, which has resulted in saving of over 17 lakh units. State-run CESL has signed two pacts with Meghalaya and Union Territory of Ladakh for 65 megawatt of decentralized solar capacities. Convergys Energy Services Limited has signed two memorandum of understandings with two states of India, Meghalaya and Union Territory of Ladakh, amounting to around 65 megawatt of decentralized solar. In the first MOU with Meghalaya Power Distribution Corporation Limited, CESL has signed in an MOU worth 60 megawatt, which will also entail finding synergies in business development to implement various sustainable solutions like pump sets, LED lighting, and solar power stations for agriculture, etc. in the northeastern state of Meghalaya. With the Union Territory of Ladakh, CESL will implement various clean energy and energy efficient programs, including decentralized solar power in Janskar region worth 5 megawatt. Price discovery at power exchanges. National Load Dispatch Center has scheduled 123.09 megawatt million unit of power for tomorrow, cleared through Indian Energy Exchange. Coming to the price discovery details, price discovered during night hours is 3 rupees 8 paisa. Price discovered during day hours is 2 rupees 17 paisa. Price discovered during evening hours is 3 rupees 20 paisa per unit. Price discovered round the clock is 2 rupees 69 paisa per unit. Price discovered during Weighted average price is 2 rupees 86 paisa per unit. There is no congestion for power transfer in the network and the prices are uniform in all the regions. Thank you and good day.